Hi everybody, how's it going? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. I was seeing Three of Cups want to come out. Who is this? I'm seeing another card. I'm looking at Two of Swords here. All right. What's up with this Two of Swords? Feels like both thoughts may sort of have the same aim. They're just like different perspectives of something is what this is feeling like. I'm also looking at the Nine of Wands. Ooh. All right. This can be a time of self-discovery. It can be a time of deciding something. It can be a time of figuring something out. It looks like what's blocking something from making sense yet, because we have Two of Swords. Two of Swords is like one step away from it being the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is like, I'm seeing everything, I'm understanding everything, I'm looking straight at the truth. There's like nothing around that's not making sense. I completely am like seeing what's going on here. Having Nine of Wands here and Two of Swords feels like I haven't gotten to that point yet. I'm close to it, but I haven't gotten there. I'm also seeing the Seven of Cups. So this can also be throwing something into the mix emotionally, where you're like, I also have feelings that I'm trying to understand about this too. I'm looking at Ace of Cups. So this is about a connection. It's about connecting. Can be with another person, can be with yourself, can be with something that you care about. This can also be trying to get to the bottom of like what you want, how you feel, those sorts of things. All right. We have Page of Cups. Okay. This can feel like not totally seeing something yet, or being like decided on something mentally. Has to do with how you're feeling. But the things that may be different can have more in common than you may think. I'm also seeing Queen of Pentacles here, which is connected with, it looks like about you showing up for yourself, maybe even showing up for someone around you, because this Queen of Pentacles has somebody with them that they're taking care of. Is this about what you need? Is this potentially about what somebody else needs? When we have Queen of Pentacles, there's always going to be some type of theme that's connected with like taking care of yourself, because the earth energy, Pentacles, is connected with nurturing, replenishing, those types of things. Like when you think about feminine earth energy, it's like self-care, physical stuff. So it can be things like making sure that you're moving. It can be making sure that you're like consuming things that are good for you, whether it be like content, food, conversations, music, art, those types of things. It's about sort of like what you're introducing to your system. Earth energies can be connected with food, but I'm seeing it be more so connected with just like what you need, and maybe even feeling like something is a bit of a challenge right now when it comes to like figuring out what you need, deciding what you need. But for some of you, I'm seeing specifically, you may have somebody else that's sort of in the mix with you. But I'm seeing a type of relationship where this may be somebody that you care for, that like relies on you or that depends on you, is how I'm seeing this be. Whether this be like your inner child or your body, or this be like another being like outside of yourself, like that. Like it can be a child, it can be an animal, it can be a plant, it can be a cloud, it can be this other aspect of you reflected in whatever this is that you're looking at. Having Pentacles here shows that there may be like earth work that needs to be done, like physical showing up that needs to be done, providing for that needs to be done. And it has to do with yourself. This is definitely connected with you in your personal life. Having 9 of Wands here shows that something may be challenging to do to get to where you're trying to go. So you may feel like every step that I take may be difficult right now, but like I'm doing it for us. It can be that type of thing that one is feeling. I'm also seeing too, there be something going on where there can be a little bit of like I'm trying to make sense of something. I'm trying to make sense of the way that I feel. I'm trying to understand myself. So there's this aspect when it comes to nurturing yourself physically and things that sort of come along with that. It's not only physically, it's like nourishing yourself however you need to do that, like whatever is involved in that process. And then also to have Page of Cups here, this is about understanding yourself, understanding messages that you're receiving, understanding your feelings, understanding your intuition. And maybe it's related to with needing to do something with that. Like you have something coming up where it's like, well, what are you going to do? Or what do you think? Or what do you feel? Like that type of thing. And you being like, trying to understand what that means for you. Like get to the bottom of this to be able to interpret what you're sensing, what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, and how that is reflected within this understanding or this decision, this choice, this thought, those types of things, while also balancing something that you're doing here that you're taking care of. Why is the 7 of Cups here? This may feel like it's not a straightforward process, where you feel like a little bit in the dark about something. Okay, Ace of Swords is here. You're going to figure it out. I find it interesting the way that Page of Cups is connected with the Swords energy, so it can feel like there's something going on emotionally and like intellectually you're trying to understand it. There's something where you're stepping up physically, and when it comes to sort of your motivation and your energy, trying to tap into that because that's what needs to be involved in this process. And then also sort of understanding like the emotional side of this too. I'm seeing Ace of Swords, so this means whatever was not making sense is going to make sense. It's going to be very, very clear. This can also have to do with like a decision that you needed to make for yourself, or something you needed to understand where it was like your own concern for you within your personal life and the things that are connected with that, whether it be like body or like the people that you're closest with, like your closest interpersonal relationships, or like your home situation or your bank account, things like that. For those of you that this is, I don't know if like a decision is being asked of you, or you're just trying to figure something out where you're like, it's still like not making complete sense yet. Because we see duality here. With anything that's going to have twos, it's about like choices. Is it this side? Is it that side? And when we can bring that conflict together, that's where we get the aces from. So I'm seeing an Ace of Cups. I'm also seeing an Ace of Swords. What I'm getting is that it looks like something is presenting itself to you that if you want to, you can have a cycle that begins where you can connect with whatever this is. I'm seeing 8 of Swords though. So there can be an anxiety that's felt about this. You may need to make a decision about this. It looks like you already know what it is, but that may make you nervous. There may be something, I'm hearing wondrous and wonderful. The way that I'm seeing this is, it's one of those moments where if you like really tune in and really tap in and you're like, what is my intuition actually telling me here? You're gonna have the answer, because you already know that you're feeling connected to something. You already know that something is available to you. I'll say this too, the way that I'm looking at this Page of Cups, Page of Cups is intrigued by something, and that's the part of you that's like, I want to go on this sort of emotional venture over here, and you have the opportunity. It's like that door is opening now for you. The decision that you're going to make about it, it seems like there's this part of you that's like, yes, I do want that, but I'm getting there be another part of you that's like, I also am concerned with taking care of myself, so it's not just about what's going on emotionally. So it feels like there's a whole lot of stuff going on here where you could be like, on one hand, I do want to connect to this, and also there's another part of me that's wondering if that's conducive to the other stuff that I have going on that I'm trying to accomplish as well. And now that's where the conflict is coming from, because the part of you that is seeking emotionally is seeing a door, an opportunity opening, and wanting to go that way potentially. But then there's this other part of you that I'm getting is even like, you may feel like this part of you is more matured within this circumstance, within this situation, where it's like, I have this to do and I have this to do and I'm responsible for that, all the stuff that you have going on in your personal life. And you may sort of look at this and be like, I don't know if I need to be making a decision based off of this. I may need to consider this other part of myself. And so you can feel like you have these two conflicting parts of yourself here. So that's where this is coming from. That's where the like mixed feelings or the yes and no simultaneously is coming from. Trust yourself to move forward in the way that you want to. I'm seeing Ace of Wands, which just feels like it's reinforcing that, ooh, this feels like it's an opportunity that's going to feel reciprocal in the way that you need it to be. Like this is actually aligned for you, is what I'm seeing. This would be something that you don't feel like it takes away from you. Think you can take all of this on is what this is leaning towards, but it's always your decision what you want to do. Why is it feeling so hard for you right now? You may feel like in a personal way, like just with you and yourself, that you're going through a time right now that's feeling, I'm hearing traditionally challenging. So maybe just something that feels just generally challenging for you, where it comes to you sort of like meeting your needs and doing what you need to do for yourself right now. And also there's this other part of you that's sort of looking at this door that's opening and being like, can we go through that? But I'm also seeing the part of you that's sort of like the part of you that mothers yourself. I'm seeing that part of you be like, hold on, I need to check this out and then I'll like get back to you. But it's like you speaking to that emotional part of yourself. For some of you, there can be a child that's involved in this too. It doesn't have to be. For some of you, 2 children, I'm seeing. Definitely can be. But whether it is or it isn't, this is still going to be something that's taking place. It's like sort of a play that's taking place within you, regardless of what's going on externally, regardless of what is or isn't going on externally. If you take the opportunity, I'm seeing that you will feel like it does not deplete anything from you, like you're not giving something and then it's not going to be a situation where you feel like, I enter into this situation, stuff is taken from me, I'm not replenished, and then I'm walking away feeling like this drained me in some way. I'm not seeing that be the case for this situation. But that may be where the anxiety is coming from, where it's like, if I do this, I'm in the middle of having a hard time trying to, is hard time the right word? It's like I'm in the middle of a personal challenge within my personal life right now with me and myself. If I decide to go in this direction that I'm aware of in front of me, this opportunity to connect in front of me, there's a part of me that feels nervous that nervous, concerned, worried, paying attention to the fact that if I take this, it could potentially do something that would make it harder for me right now when I'm already going through a challenging time taking care of myself. What I'm seeing is that this is not going to take anything away from you if you decide to move in this direction. So that's what I'm seeing is going on with this. The opportunity in front of you, it will be aligned. It will be aligned. It feels like this is also connected with maybe a more, maybe like the bigger view of what you have going on within your life. Like this may have to do with the whole sort of like system of how things are being run as well. I'm seeing that be part of this. Let me just look around and see if I'm pulling anything else. So this Ace of Cups, it's not like you didn't want it, you just didn't want it to get in the way of what you're trying to do for yourself right now and make it more difficult. That's where the mixed feelings were coming from. This is a choice that you're making on the emotional front, but you're still learning how to connect with that part of yourself, because I'm seeing a page. So you may feel at times like sometimes your intuition is really clear. Sometimes you feel like you're interpreting your emotions accurately and then able to make choices based off of that. Other times you may be like, I don't want to lean so far into that I'm neglecting other parts of myself. So I'm seeing that sort of be what's being worked through here. Feels like you're just being given permission to move forward with this, and it's not going to make anything more difficult for you, is what I'm seeing. That's what's going on. Feels like just like undressing things was all that was needed to sort of see what you were being presented with, so you can make an informed choice here moving forward. For some of you, this can even be like someone wanting to hang out with you. If that's not the case for you, it doesn't have to be, but for some of you, I'm seeing that may be part of this. Could have been like any type of opportunity to connect in any way. Or to be emotionally involved in something. Because it's for that part of you. That is seeking, is what I'm seeing. I do get some nervousness or like some tension when it comes to making choices, and sometimes feeling frozen, like you almost don't know what to do for yourself. We're gonna leave the reading after this little piece right here. The more you do this, the easier it's going to get interpreting things that are like internal messages. So allow yourself to keep moving through this process. When it comes to the stuff that you're doing for yourself, one step at a time. Do not overwhelm yourself. Some of you feel like you have like a lot of stuff that may be like piling up, or a lot of stuff that needs to be done. Just do one thing at a time. You're gonna get to the top of this, okay? Everything's gonna be perfect. It's all working out. All right, my friends, we are going to, it looks like you may be answering somebody or having a conversation now that you know what you want to do. Somebody could have been waiting. Yes. All right. I want to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.